Welcome to the Undercurrent, your source for grassroots news. I'm Lauren Windsor. On Wednesday, October 22nd, I traveled to Fort Collins, Colorado to talk with GOP Senate candidate Cory Gardner. An attendee of the event asked the current congressman to discuss cuts to federal spending, and he remarked that he had already introduced legislation to tackle duplicative government programs.
To control federal spending, going to be a program in place to do that.
Yeah, the question was on controlling spending.
The deficit's going to
be. Look, President Obama, one of his chief national security advisors, has said that one of the greatest threats to this country is our ballooning national debt. When Mark Udall got elected to Congress, our debt was about $5.3 trillion. Today, it's over $17 trillion. I believe we have to have a balanced budget amendment to make sure that we rein in spending of Congress. That's something that's important. Number two, growing our economy. We must grow our economy. A dynamically growing economy will help us balance our budget and get back to the ability to pay off our debt. The third thing we have to do is to eliminate wasteful spending, duplicative spending. I've introduced legislation. It's a bipartisan bill that would require Congress to vote up or down on billions of dollars of duplicative spending, where one office is doing the exact same thing as another office. Those are the things that we have to do in order to get this country back on track.
I followed up asking Gardner to specify the agencies that he would eliminate. I mean, come on, the federal government is rife with agencies performing the same exact function. The military has 17 different intelligence agencies. 17! But Gardner was more concerned with sussing out my identity than answering the question. So along those lines, are there any agencies of the government that you would eliminate in order to bring our fiscal house in order? Would you eliminate the EPA or the IRS?
Who are you with?
Who am I with? Myself.
And who do you represent?
I represent myself. I'm just asking you.
I've introduced a bill that would eliminate duplicative spending.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Within the Department of Education, there are 82 different teacher quality monitoring programs. Is 1 enough? Is 2 enough? Is 10 enough? Why do we have to have 82? So those are the kinds of things that we can do to reduce and eliminate waste as duplicative programs. It's important that we do that. The president, some time ago, talks about reworking the Department of Commerce. I don't know that his goals have been met to try to save money. So those are the kinds of...
But just to clarify, I mean, you said you would eliminate duplicative spending, so would you eliminate specific agencies?
If you would like to address with Alex, I'll send you the bill that talks about it.
After Gardner's remarks, I went to ask him one-on-one to elaborate, but the congressman continued to run away and had his communications director, Alex Siciliano, step in, who reiterated to me the congressman's offer of emailing me the bill, which would supposedly contain all the answers to my questions.
I'll be right back. Let me say hi to my sister here real quick.
Oh, okay. I'm a blogger.
Oh, okay, that's who you are, okay.
And I was just hoping that, you're serious when you say that you're going to cut duplicative spending and waste.
Well, we'll send you the bill. Make sure you get
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I can get his card?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome.
I don't have my card. I have a lot of cards. Alex at CoryGardner.com.
In the parking lot, I tried to get the communications director to elaborate further on what agencies the congressman cum Senate hopeful would cut, but he again offered to email me the bill. If you're talking about there's multiple agencies in the government that are doing different things, then that would mean that we need to streamline the government and eliminate the
Well, feel free to email me and we'll be back in a second.
Bottom line, Cory Gardner is no fiscal gladiator, but rather a garden variety politician. I emailed his comms director for that bill. I never got a reply, so I looked for it myself. HRES 160, it's less than 2 pages. And what does this diminutive piece of legislation prescribe, you might ask? Cory Gardner's solution to duplicative spending is to hold hearings to discuss the findings of the Governmental Accountability Office report, which assesses wasteful programs across federal agencies annually. And that's it, folks. Hearings. Cory Gardner wants more congressional hearings. No cuts were named, no agencies were identified in the bill. But here's what we do know. We know that Cory Gardner is heavily backed by the Koch brothers, who support eliminating many agencies, including but not limited to the EPA, the Department of Education, and the Social Security Administration. Cory Gardner, garden variety politician. Spout off generalities and obscure the specifics. Make sure to subscribe to us to get more grassroots journalism just like this. I'm Lauren Windsor. Thanks for watching. Get pulled in to the Undercurrent.
Undercurrent under the surface makes the mainstream get so nervous. It's time for purpose, for news to serve us, not with propaganda they use to hurt